Welcome back to Dmac Mad Gaming. I'm your host, the Masked Gamer, and here we believe gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Welcome back, guys. And today we're talking about Nintendo. Nintendo's in the news, and Nintendo's in the news for something that I thought I would never think in a million years Nintendo would be in the news for. Nintendo's in the news because they got a class action lawsuit filed against them. And I know what you're thinking, Masked Gamer, why is Nintendo having a class action lawsuit against them? Because of their Joy-Cons. If you haven't heard, if you've been on the rock or in a black hole somewhere, a lot of people are spinning and drift with their Joy-Cons, and a lot of people in the gaming community are really upset about it. And what's so amazing about this and what blows my mind about this is because Nintendo has always made great controllers. Controllers that feel well, that have great input, and never really have any problems with whatsoever due to the whole cycle of the hardware being released to the public. They have always made awesome controllers. But now, Nintendo switches in the news because their Joy-Cons drift. Now, I know a lot of people in the gaming community are upset about it. I've been hearing about it all over Reddit, Twitter, YouTube. A lot of people have talked about how frustrating it is to have your controller drift on you in the middle of gameplay. It can take you out of, it can pull you out of immersion of the game. It can be very difficult to even do things. I mean, it's really an annoying problem that is really frustrating. And for those who don't know what drifting is when your controller registers the input when you're not putting any input into the controller at all. So in simple terms, if you using your analog stick or your D-pad and then you stop using it, the register is supposed to register that you have stopped in the character, whatever you're doing, you're supposed to stop in its tracks. But drifting is when it still registers the input, even though you're not putting any input into the controller. So that means if you're not holding down the D-pad or moving the analog stick, then it's still making your character move or doing whatever you're doing with your character. That is drag. That's what's called dragging. And a lot of people have been experiencing that with their Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. I mean, a lot of people. I didn't know it was I didn't know it was on a mass level like it is. And from what I found out, it's been going on since the release on the Nintendo Switch. So today's video is about why do I think Nintendo took so long to respond to it. Well, the first reason of all is because they got a class action lawsuit filed against them for selling a defective product. You don't do things like that. I mean, that alienates your consumer base, makes them not want to do business with you, and it's a bad business model to have, to be selling defective products. We know gamers do not like buying unfinished products or defective products at all. We don't have time for it. And that's what Nintendo was doing for so long with the Joy-Cons. People would go out and buy new Joy-Cons because they thought it was just that Joy-Con had a manufacturing problem, and they went out about another Joy-Con, and that same Joy-Con, at least one of the Joy-Con controllers, drifts. And that's what's so frustrating. So Nintendo has a lot to answer for. And today's video is why I think they didn't respond to the gaming community about this problem. First of all, I think that they did not know how to fix the problem. I didn't think they know how to fix the drifting in the Joy-Cons. So that's why they didn't say nothing, because they didn't know how to correct the error. But what makes me so upset about the situation, and a lot of gamers in the gaming community that love Nintendo Switch products, is that they've always made great controllers. And not saying that it's not going to help ease our worries or make us feel better about the situation, regardless of regardless of you feel like if you don't have any answers, it's best not to respond. That is a best business practice that gaming communities do not like. And I don't understand. And for a long time, I thought that my drifting was something that was isolated to me, and so did Dmac. But to come to find out, it's on a massive scale. And I think they didn't want to say anything because they didn't know how to fix it. So now that the class action has been filed and Nintendo has actually announced something, you can get your Joy-Cons fixed for free. I think you can take it to send it to the manufacturer for Nintendo for the fix it. I think you can take it back to the place you bought it for, and I think they can ship it off to be fixed. You can now get your Joy-Cons fixed completely free. And for those who pay for repairs on the Joy-Con will get all their money back, and they will still fix your Joy-Cons for free. So that's the good news. But it's mind-blowing to a lot of people in the gaming community on why Nintendo waited so long. Like I said, the first thing I think is because they didn't know how to fix it. The second reason why I think they didn't say nothing for so long is because they didn't want to hurt the sales of the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch has been flying off the shelves like hotcakes since it was released in 2018. They have sold millions of units of Nintendo Switches, and they didn't want this to hinder their sales. But I'm thinking logically, if people are talking about how the Joy Cons drift all the time, that will hurt sales just as much as not saying anything. Because people are going to talk, people are going to communicate, and for some reason, I guess they felt like not saying nothing would keep people buying Nintendo Switch consoles, which it did for a while. But people started to really realize on how defective these controllers are, and they are very costly. They're very pricey. If you pay a lot of money for a custom made controller for your console, you expect it to work. And Nintendo knows this, so that's why I don't understand why they would do something as silly as this. I mean, they're gonna lose their customer base like this because it's a really irritating problem to have a controller that drifts all the time. And a lot of people have been experiencing drifting even when they let the Nintendo Switch rest. Automatic starts to drift, and that makes it hard to actually enjoy any of your games on your Nintendo Switch. So, what is the third reason why I think Nintendo did not say anything? Well, the third reason I think that they didn't say anything because they didn't think that they had to say anything. They didn't think that no one could do or say anything that would force them to address the situation, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong. I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. But I think they thought that we was just going to ignore it and not complain about it, which they should know by now. The gaming community is very vocal. We express ourselves a lot when we are dissatisfied with the purchases of our products. And they should know that we was going to say something eventually. And for them to be ignoring people that were sending direct messages to Nintendo support for this problem, and they still did not give them a definitive answer on how to fix the situation, they should be ashamed on themselves. Morally, they should be ashamed, and they should be apologizing to the whole gaming community. Now, a lot of people have been saying that Nintendo, we need to cut Nintendo a break. They're a great company. They needed time to figure out how to fix the situation. But I don't I think they had enough time to fix the situation. This has been happening since the release of the console. People have experienced drifting. Some experienced it earlier, some experienced it later. But we all experienced drifting at some point in time with our Nintendo Switches. And this is something that Nintendo needed to address right away instead of waiting for so long. Morally, they're wrong. And business-wise, I think it's a terrible business model to have. Where if we don't say nothing, they can't hold us to anything. And I think that is just total messed up, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's messed up? But I think the class action lawsuit forced them to address the situation. And thank God that they did, because now we can get our Joy-Cons fixed and actually enjoy our Nintendo Switches to the fullest. But I'd like to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. As always, I love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think it was a design flaw from Nintendo, or do you think it was a manufacturer flaw? To me, I think it's more of a design flaw because it's on such a massive scale. I mean, when you manufacture products that you created, you follow a blueprint to create these products. So these manufacturers follow the blueprint to the letter to produce these consoles. So I don't think it's a manufacturing flaw. I think it's a design flaw, in my opinion. But I'd love to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Do you think it's a design flaw or a manufacturing flaw? Love to know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for staying to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Make sure that like button helps out the channel. Make sure you share, helps out as well. And if you haven't subscribed to Dmac's Mad Game, hit that subscribe button because we got a lot of cool content coming. And just to let you guys know that we still haven't forgot about more E3 coverage. We had some problems with the footage we had to repiece together, but you'll be getting those videos as well. So make sure you have your notification bells on to receive some new videos because they'll be coming pretty soon. We apologize about the wait. Thank you for being patient. Stay safe, keep gaming. I'm out. I'll talk to you later.